Morning students, and I hope you are well and good at your home. So now start our Zoom class, subject physical education, and class is 12th. Today topic is motor fitness test. Unit is 6, test and measurement in sports. This is the learning objective of this unit. First is motor fitness test, and second is measurement of cardiovascular fitness. Two tests are include cardiovascular fitness test. First is Harvard step test, second is Rockport test. Next, third point is computation of fitness index, and fourth point is Rickley and Jones senior citizen fitness test. There are include 6 tests. First is chair stand test, another one is arm curl test, next is chair sit and wrist test, fourth is back stretch test, and fifth is 8 foot up and go test, and last one is 6-minute walk test. Motor fitness. Before motor fitness, we discussed about what is test and what is the measurement. First is test and measurement. Introduction of test and measurement. Test and measurement in physical education are the instrument or device for getting essential details regarding the needs, capacities, abilities and attitude of students or sports persons. So first is definition of test. Tests are used to collect information or data about a specific skill, strength, endurance, knowledge, behavior and attitude. This is the test. And next is measurement. So definition of measurement. Measurement are related to physical measurements such as height, size, weight, vital capacity and achievements of students and sports persons. So measurement refers to the process of administration test to obtain a quantity of data. This is the measurement. So now today's topic is motor fitness test. First is introduction of motor fitness test. Motor fitness test to the capability of an athlete to take part effectively in his or her particular sports. It can also be said that motor fitness is the person's ability due to physical activity. It means motor fitness. There are the 5 components including motor fitness like speed, endurance, flexibility, coordinative ability and strength. So this is the motor component, and this test are including these topics. So there are the following items and test to the another motor fitness test. An athlete. First is 50-meter standing test. This test is measuring the speed. Second test is 60-meter run and walk. This test is measuring the endurance capacity of students. Third is sit and wrist test, and this test is measuring the flexibility of students. Next is partial curl up test. This is the measuring the upper body strength test. Next is push up test. This is also muscle strength, upper body muscle strength test, measuring the upper body muscle strength for boys. And next is modified push ups for girls. This test is measuring the girls upper body muscle strength. Next is standing broad jump. This test is measuring the lower body strength test. And last is agility. This test is our agility test, and these are measuring the agility of students. So we are discussed one by one. First is 50-meter standing test or 50-meter dash. We call this test is 50-meter speed race. So first test is purpose of this test. The purpose of this test is the determine the measuring the speed. So equipment are required. Equipment measuring tape and mark track. A full mark track, 400-meter track mark, and 2 stopwatch, 2 stopwatch. Next is procedure. An area of 50 meter is marked on a track. 2 parallel lines are down 50 meter apart, considering one is starting line. The subject or students takes the starting position behind the starting lines. The starter command, "Are you ready?" and "Go." The word of "go" is accompanied by a downward sweep of the starter arm as a signal to the timer. 2 subjects can run at the same time if there are stopwatches. Their score is recorded in seconds to the nearest tenth of a second. This is the measuring the speed test. Next is 60-meter run and walk. Purpose of this test to the measuring of endurance power for students or sports persons. Equipment of required 600-meter track and 1 stopwatch. Procedure: the subject takes the position of standing right behind the starting line, and at the signal of ready and go, the subject starts running 600 yards or 600-meter distance. During the course of running, he may walk. In this test, many students can run at the same time. Time is recorded in minutes and seconds. This is the test run and walk. So those who are having fatigue, they are not able to run, say those, so they walking and continue and finish the test. Next is sit and rest test. This test is to measure the flexibility of students or sports person. Equipment required: sit and reach a box or a makeshift ruler, and box may be used in which the 0 marks can be adjusted each individual according to the sitting reach level, because there are the variation of length of individual arms and legs. It means we should need a wooden box and 1 measuring tape. And the procedure of this test: first of all, shoes and socks should be removed of students or sport person. Then sit down on the floor with legs stretched out straight ahead. The soles of the feet should be kept flat against the box. Both the knees should be locked and pressed flat on the floor, and assistant may hold the knees down. Palms should be facing downwards. Hands should be on the top of each other or side by side. The individual whose flexibility is to be measured tries to extend his both hands forward along the measuring line on the box as far as he can extend. His fingertips of both hands should remain equal and at the same level. He should not jerk or bounce to reach maximum distance. So they don't jerk and bounce. They should don't jerk and bounce. during this test. They should hold the full reach position for 2 seconds and the score distance should be the recorded. Generally, in such test, warm-up is the not allowed. However, the best result can be the attained after suitable warm-up. In case of sliding ruler, a mark sheet ruler, the 0 mark should be at the fingertips. If it is not available or simple marking is there, then 0 mark should be 9 inches before the fit. Scoring: the score are recorded to be the nearest centimeter or half inches based on the distance reached by the fingertips of both hands. This is the sit and rest test to measuring the flexibility for students. Next is partial curl up test. Purpose of this test: the test is the strength and endurance of abdominal muscles. In fact, strong abdominal muscles are significant for maintaining good posture, hip alignment, and in preventing low back pain. So, equipment of this test: the flat clean surface and recorded sheet and pen. Procedure for this test: first of all, the complete test procedure explained to the subject. After that, the subject lays the spinal position on chosen surface. The knees should be the flexed and fit should be the 12 inches from the buttocks. Both the feet should be slightly apart. The arms are extended and are rested to the on thighs. The head should be in natural position. This is the starting position. Then the subject curl up with a slow control movement until his oblique her shoulders come off the chosen surface or mat 2 inches, then back down again. One complete curl up the complete every 3 seconds. These are the continue until the subject feels unable to maintain the rhythm. There should not be any face in the up or down position. It should be the continuous process. And next is scoring for this test. Record the total number of partial curl up. Curl up should not be continued if the shoulder are not raised up to 2 inches. So, advantage of this test: this test is simple and quick to perform. It requires minimum equipment, and last is a number of students may be the tested at a time. Next test is push-ups for boys. Purpose of this test: to the measuring upper body strength and endurance of students. Equipment: a floor mat and a paper sheet and a pen. Procedure: after proper warming up, ask the subject take position in a push-up position. Hands and toes should touch the mat and floor. Hands should be the shoulder width apart. The upper body legs should be in the straight line. Elbows should be the fully extended, keeping the back and the knees straight. The subject lowers the upper body so that elbows may bend to 90 degrees or chest may touch the mat floor. Then return back to the starting position with the arms extended. This is the 1 repetition. The same action is repeated, then the test continue until exhaustion or until the subject can do more in rhythm. Count the total number of push-ups performed. Next is modified push-ups for girls. To measuring the upper body strength and endurance. for girls. Equipment: a mat, a paper sheet and a pen. Procedure: after proper warm up, the subject has to take starting position of modified push-ups. It is the modified push-ups position. Hand and knees should the mat touch the mat. Both the hands should the shoulder width apart and elbow fully extend. The body from the knees to the hips and to the shoulders should be the straight line. While keeping this position, the subject should lower her upper body so that elbows may bend to 90 degrees. Then the subject returns back to the starting position. This is 1 repetition. The same action is repeated and the test continue until the she can do on more in rhythm. Count the total number of modified push-ups for forward. Next test is standing broad jump. Purpose: to measuring the explosive power of legs. The lower part of measuring the lower strength lower part of body. Equipment: a sandy long jump pit and the measuring steel tape, not a plastic tape, only measuring we need a steel tape for this test. So procedure: a takeoff line and mark on the ground. Subject stands just behind the takeoff line with the field several inches apart. The subject swings the arms and bends the knees to take a jump in the long jump pit. 3 trials are given to the subject. The distance is measured from the takeoff line to the heel or other part of the body that touch the ground nearest to the takeoff line. All jumps are measured and the best one is recorded. The measurement of noted in the feet and inches. And last test is 4 into 10 meters shuttle run for measuring the agility capacity of students. Equipment: 2 wooden blocks, marker cones, measuring tape, stopwatch and flat surface with the 2 lines 10 meters apart. Procedure: mark 2 parallel lines 3 meters in length, 10 meters apart using marking tape or cones. Considering one line is starting line and subject stand the starting line or point, the 2 wooden blocks are placed in the edge of the other line. On the signal go, the subject run to the wooden blocks, lift one block, return to the starting line and place the block behind the line. Then the subject return to the second block, lifts it and then run across the starting line on the way back. 2 trials are given. Scored: the best line is complete. The test is seconds to the nearest decimal places. So this is the motor fitness test. I hope you are better understand, and this test also told it after fitness test. So this test are decided the CBSE physical fitness criteria. So this is the very important topic for class 11th and 12th, both of you, because this test are include our practical. So you know for this test. I hope you are better understand. Any doubt and question, please come on the chat box and write your questions. I will give you an answer, please. Come on the chat box. Okay, no question. Thank you very much. Stay home, be safe. Thank you very much.